Hi, I'm Todd Heitkamp, the owner of Dakota Angler here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with this week's 2-minute fishing report. Well, folks, I don't have to tell you that the heat continues. Boy, it's been unbearable in many areas this past week. But guys have been planning accordingly by going out in the morning and also later in the afternoon and early evening and coming away with some nice fish. And even during the heat of the day, guys are catching fish out there, but you need to plan appropriately as well as, adjust your tactics a little bit. And also make sure if you're out there, make sure you have plenty of water and sunscreen to make it through the entire day. Guys that are coming away with some fish and some of the lakes that are producing fish include Indian Springs, Waubay. Bitter has been doing really well up there, Enemy Swim, Pickerel, as well as Big Stone. And then down the southeastern part of the state, the lakes include 81 Ponds, Sinai, Oakwood, both east and west, and then also Ponset, Thompson, also Dry by Willow Lake, and then Beaver, Island, as well as Madison. Now, what have guys been using to catch those fish? And what we used earlier in the week were a lot of spinners with crawlers. I can't tell you how many crawlers we went through, but again, spinners with crawlers seem to be the trick out there. Slow depth with crawlers also has worked well. And then also guys are pulling plugs. Obviously, this is the plug pulling season, so keep that in mind. Some of the plugs that guys have been using include the flicker shads as well as the Salmon Hornets. And then also the Rapala Shad Dancers. Those would be the three main ones that a lot of guys are using besides the the typical Shad Rap, which always is the staple of plug pulling season. And then as far as the perch and crappie bite is concerned, the guys are catching perch at Big Stone, Ponset, Thompson, Oakwood, Dry, as well as Beaver. And then a few crappie are being caught at Ponset, Thompson, as well as Sinai. And what guys have been using as far as jigs are concerned are either the Haleys or the Pilkies, in other words, a drop chain jig, or also the Shiny Hiney. And I can't emphasize it enough, folks, the Shiny Hiney does work. So if you don't have one, stop on by and we'll make sure you get a Shiny Hiney. In this week's version of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about pulling plugs or crankbaits because obviously this is the plug pulling season. The main reason why guys are pulling plugs this time of year is to look for those active fish. And by pulling plugs, you're going to be able to cover a lot more water. So keep that in mind. Also, a lot of guys think that with the warmer weather, the fish go deeper. Not necessarily true. A lot of times you're pulling plugs, don't forget about the shallows because that's where a lot of these bigger fish are hanging out, especially near the weeds. To do it effectively, and I'm talking about pulling plugs, one of the best ways to do it is with a line counter. We have all kinds of line counter combos on sale here at the store, as well as line counter reels. Whatever need you have at that point in time, we can meet that need. Whether or not you're talking about a lower end or the best equipment money can buy, we have it right here at the store. Also, something that we have here at the store is 6 new exclusive colors of Wally Divers right here at the store by Cotton Cordell, including a pearl white version, one that you haven't ever seen before, and it's right here at the store at Dakota Angler, a pearl white Wally Diver. And the other thing to come with plug pulling and also with the casting plug is new plugs from Rapala, including the ripstop. That should be arriving here at the store over the next week, so don't hesitate to give us a call to check out the new ripstop by Rapala. But again, this time of year, don't forget to pull plugs and don't forget about the shallows and do it effectively and do it the right way by using a line counter. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-minute fishing report, please send it to me. Send it to todd@dakotaangler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. And if I use your photo, your name will be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 gift certificate. Before we end this week's report, I want to bring a couple of things to your attention. First off, as we mentioned, the heat's affecting everything, including bait, mainly leeches. And that's really going to shorten the leech season. We've been talking about it for the past couple of weeks, but it looks like maybe another week or two at the most that leeches will be available. So we're just telling people to plan accordingly, obviously, and be aware of it. And speaking of bait, if we still have plenty of flats and crawlers. If you still need a half flat or a full flat, by all means, give us a call at 605-336-9132 to reserve yours today. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-minute fishing report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next time, and again, thanks for watching.